Nobody wants to be a victim. If nobody wants to be a victim, does that mean everyone wants power? Well, that depends on what we mean by power. For our purposes, let's divide power into two general categories: external, which is exercising power over others, and internal, which is the power we have within ourselves. Ironically, the effort to gain power over others tends to squander the deep inner power we brought with us when we were born into this world. Hello, my name is Kathy Jacobson. I'm the founder of modesofemotion.com, where we believe emotions are energy is power, and therefore emotions are power. Our mission is to help people access the vast ocean of personal power they possess. We work to reduce conflict and suffering within ourselves, between peoples, and in the world. As we begin today, please consider for a moment how much easier your life would be if you were always internally congruent, if you never sabotaged yourself, and if you knew how to avoid letting anyone else impede your power. Does that sound appealing to you? In this video, I will share the 4 power techniques we use to help clients reduce the inner struggle that may be afflicting them. To begin, we'll just name what they are. First, notice if you're struggling and the discomfort it causes. Second, identify the struggle and name it if you can. Third, take ownership of it. And fourth, choose what you want instead. And now we'll explore how to apply these 4 steps. And I encourage you to consider engaging one of our coaches to help you work with your struggles and through them. At Modes of Emotion, we not only apply these steps when we feel our own power slipping, we are dedicated to helping our clients master the tools. So here we go. Let's take a deeper dive. 1. Notice any distress or discomfort you are experiencing. Pay attention to it. Chances are your feelings have a message for you, and very probably the message is as simple as, stop doing that. And that message could be either physical or mental or both. For instance, remember when our mothers used to say, stop running with scissors? Well, now, stop complaining about things you can't change. Stop listening to people who don't have your best interest at heart. Stop trying to save people who don't want to be saved. The mind-body connection has been proven scientifically. I've included links in the story notes to a couple of powerful books on the subject: The Molecules of Emotion by Candace Pert and When the Body Says No by Gabor Mate. When something in your life is out of alignment, you may experience pain in your body or mental distress or both. This is your internal system trying to get your attention. So, the first step is to listen to any and all internal signals. Just by noticing what is going on within you, you access more of your personal power. 2. Identify by name what's distressing you. Naming what you feel will give you power over it. To help you with this, I've included links to our lists of emotions and actions in the section below. These lists are fairly extensive, and I've divided them into 5 sections. The sections are titled Victim Mode, Interpreter Mode, Observer Mode, Partner Mode, and Creator Mode. Then the sections that are titled Victim and Interpreter Mode are specifically focused on emotions and actions that repress personal power. For the kinds of thoughts that contribute to suffering and struggle, see the list called Story Questions. You will find this acknowledgement of what's troubling you to be especially valuable because when you don't know what you're dealing with, you either end up coping with it or you experiment with possible solutions, and guessing often leads to pursuing the wrong culprit. In just this way, we may look for a physical answer to an emotional problem, and that is like trying to resolve hurt feelings by taking a pill. And while it's extremely important to name what you feel as accurately as you can, it's equally important to not judge yourself for feeling it. Remember, no emotion is good or bad in and of itself. It's just that every emotion produces an outcome of some kind, and adverse emotions usually lead to adverse outcomes, which inevitably make things worse. 3. Take ownership of both your emotions and your reactions. No one else feels what you feel, and no one else is pulling your strings. Both your emotions and your responses belong to you and you alone. When you own your emotions, you also own your reactions. By owning what you feel, you step into your power. Think through any story you're telling yourself about the suffering or discomfort you're experiencing. Try to become the observer of what's happening in both your psyche and your body, and then claim your part in the situation. Be willing to say, I am giving this situation permission to exist in my life. This step accesses your personal power because when you recognize an emotion and claim it as your own, that emotion cannot own you. When you take ownership of a problem or a situation, you stop being its victim. 4. Choose what you want instead. I have uploaded a couple of videos dedicated to the power of choice. So what I want to say here is that your personal power includes the ability to choose. Your thoughts, your reaction, your preferences, your values, your emotions, and/or your beliefs are all within your power to choose. But that happens only when you're able to look at them consciously and without judgment. Because changing through choice is a challenging prospect, I encourage you to visit our website and discover our many free resources. Also, please consider working with one of our talented, experienced, and intuitive coaches. For immediate relief, try this. Return to the second step above, naming it. Identify the primary emotions you're experiencing and own it by saying, I'm choosing to feel, and then name the emotion. For instance, if you feel angry, say, I'm choosing to feel angry. It's possible that as soon as you claim ownership of your feelings, your mind may simply move to what it would prefer to experience. For example, one of my clients was extremely discouraged about her life. Between struggling with teenagers at home and working at a job she didn't like, she was frustrated, angry, resentful, and overwhelmed. I suggested she claim her emotions by naming them, and she did. And then, as soon as the following week, she reported back that just by claiming her emotions as she experienced them, she began to feel calmer. These 4 techniques will empower you to release any distress you may be experiencing. To explore the 4th tactic in more detail, please click on the link below to watch my video called Your Power to Choose. Now I'd like to introduce you to my book, Being the Creator, The 5 Modes of Emotional Power, in which I delve more deeply into the way our emotions, both afflictive and affirmative, influence our personal power and our lives. You can find this book at Amazon or visit our website, modesofemotion.com, to order a copy directly from the publisher. If you have found value in this video, please like us and subscribe to our channel. When you visit our website, share your email address with us and we will send you a free ebook, Choosing Happiness, 30 Days to a Life You'll Love. Until we meet again, look at the world with wonder and at yourself with warmth.